Man, what's going on, guys? Roger here at QVO Tactical. Today we are checking out the PWS Mark 114 Mod 2. Guys, this thing is a sweet setup. Let's get into it. Before we get started, guys, I always like to give you full transparency on how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. Guys, this video is kind of a SHOT Show follow-up. So you remember we filmed with PWS and with John over at EOTech during SHOT Show. So we were able to get back in touch with them over the products that we got to check out, and now they sent them to us for us to review. So this gun, this upper, this optic combo, suppressor was all sent to us from PWS and EOTech for this video. It is ours to keep and to use for future content, so please keep that in mind as you watch the video. With that out of the way, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, we're going to jump right into a grouping here for you. Shooting some SuperVel 77 grade open tip match. This is their awesome accurate stuff, and we are going to see how these Boise made barrels, PWS is saying you're going to get sub MOA accuracy with this. So we do have the it's the Mark 114 Mod 2 setup. It's a 14.5. We'll get into the full specs in the video for you, but right now let's see how she groups. Here we go. 100 yards out, we have a phone recording through a spotting scope so you can see the hits as they happen. Marco, you ready? Yep. All right, here we go. See how we do on 9 magnification with this EOTech Vudu 3-9. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the 100-yard target, guys, and just let me tell you how excited I am about this. Even with this 15-mile-an-hour wind, and guys, I mentioned the wind before in other videos. I'm not talking about the bullet being moved by the wind. I'm talking about our target going back and forth, as you guys can see here, in the wind. So even with that, I got one flyer here. Even with the flyer, though, furthest to furthest, still sub 1 inch. So, hey, good on PWS, because they said their barrels are sub MOA. Definitely is, even with that flyer. Without the flyer, that is a 1/2 inch group. So we were able to do that with the SuperVel 77 grain open tip match, guys. Big shout out to SuperVel. We appreciate it. And I mean, just check out these results that we got with the 77 grain. Pretty awesome. Marco, what do you think, bud?
Hell yeah. Optimizes hell. Puts out. That's what I want to see.
Like, I want to say, because the upper and lower you purchase separately with this, well, we did, or how we got it. They did send us the gun. So if you were to purchase this in pistol form, I think you get the lower and the upper separately. And I want to say it's like, comes out to like just under 1,800 bucks. So for being a sub $2,000 AR and producing that result, I am pumped. That's awesome. Now that we know this thing is dialed in and we got really good accuracy out of it, I wanted to come up to the 25-yard mark. I'm going to switch the magnification down to 3, and I wanted to try shooting this. It has adjustable gas, but at the same time, we have their FRC muzzle device. So I'm going to shoot it unsuppressed and just kind of play with it and see how recoil feels and how it shoots unsuppressed. So this time we're just shooting some 55 grain, and I'm just going to shoot a C-zone steel target. Here we go. Ejection looks really good, like right at 2:45, 3 o'clock. I can feel the muzzle come up a little bit right and then comes right back down. So me and Marco, I got it on setting 1. I'm gonna try 2 and see how it feels, but I mean, recoil is very minimal. It is 223, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna be a crazy amount of recoil, but everybody knows if you've shot, you know, higher end 2011, or sorry, not higher end 2011s, higher end AR-15s, what a little bit of recoil and no recoil feels like. So let's try level 2 on the gas setting. So here's the adjustable gas setting. It's at number 1 here. I'm going to use this Allen key, slide it in here, and then move it over. Boom, there we go. Goes right to 2. It clicks in place. You can feel it go into like a little pocket. And yeah, let's try it on setting 2. All right, gas setting number 2. Here we go. Now it's stupid flat. And now ejection power, it just moved from like 245 to like 330, but oh. But on that setting, it looks like it's not cycling all the way. So I wonder if you can go to 1.5 on this. You think?
I don't know if there's a 1.5 position, is it?
Let's see. We'll try.
I think it's just straight 1, 2, 3.
I'll adjust it on the fly here and see how it is. But man, that felt,
Too big.
yeah, that felt like nothing. But
It's barely pooping the rounds out.
let's see if I go. Yeah, it doesn't like click into a spot.
Yeah, that's just 1, 2.
So
Solid.
back to 1 we go. But on 1, it's super slight. I mean, it's nothing I would complain about. Yeah. I like it. I dig it. Now, when we shot it suppressed for the last group, we ran it on setting 3, huh?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to have you try this on setting 2, and then we'll throw the BDE suppressor. The suppressor we're using, guys, is theirs. We'll go over that here in a second. But we'll throw back their 3D printed can after you try setting 2 and give me your thoughts.
We'll try the rifle on setting 1 is what Roger really meant. Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, pulls high right, which is normal for most ARs with a factory setup. Still very controllable. Long stroke piston, so pistons do feel a little bit different than direct gas impingement rifles, but she's smooth, nice and buttery. It's a nice rifle.
So guys, we've put the gas block back to setting number 2. When we shot the initial grouping that you guys saw, the sub 1 inch group, that was on 3. But we're gonna try it on 2, see how it does, and we're gonna put the can back on. This is the PWS BDE 556. This is their 3D printed titanium can. And guys, this thing, all the bells and whistles, fully modular. And what I mean, look, it's got 2 smaller baffles, 2 larger setups here. So you can unthread this and make it a shorty, you can make it a mid, or you can make it the full size length that we have it here and just hand tighten everything back up and it's good to go. That is super cool. I've seen other modular ones, but it's nice to see like 2 large, 2 small,
Yeah.
kind of configure it to what you want. They are using their hub mount, and it does use a taper mount. So if you're not running their FRC muzzle device, like I'm a big fan of the Rearden manufacturing stuff, I could throw a Rearden RC2 on here, or an SBP, one of my favorites from them, and I'd be able to thread this can right on. So can just goes on, boom, and you just thread it on until it stops. Once it stops, it's gonna have that taper mount there, so you don't get any carbon up on the threads. And then Marco, we had a guy on Instagram kind of reach out when I was showing the build of this, and he was like, hey man, I got a BRN, I got AKs that are all long stroke piston, but they don't need charging handles and bolts. Why is that? And you kind of broke it down.
Yeah.
It just follows the bolt pattern of the
It's an
intended
AR-15.
rifle, right?
It's part of the AR-15 family still, so it does need that operating system in the rear. Not like the BRN 180, where it's like completely different. The bolt system's different, everything.
They're all long stroke piston, but
Yep.
a different
But
bolt system.
different
So
family,
So if
essentially.
you're wondering, like, hey, I have a BRN and I don't need a buffer tube or charging handle, well, it's because all of the bolt and everything is moved forward in with the piston versus being back
Yep.
here and just, you know, follows, like he said, like the standard traditional AR-15 design.
Yep.
But anyway, cool thing about long stroke piston and shooting suppressed is it keeps the rifle very clean.
Yeah.
So you don't have all of that carbon buildup coming back into the ejection area
Yep.
as much as you do with direct impingement.
Yeah,
correct?
there's less heat transfer to the rear because you're not getting as much gas there. It's all ejecting the excess out the front. You will kind of feel it in the front end of most guns. That's completely normal, but it performs better internally.
Now, it's kind of unique that they have an adjustable gas system built in with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's not normal. Like, they don't-
These days, now
Now
it
it
is.
is? Okay.
Now it is. It's kind of the gold standard now, adjustable
Gotcha.
piston.
I guess I just don't see it on my AKs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But
a different story.
Yeah, but on my BRNs, yeah, they do have it there. So
Yeah.
it is nice that it's included. I'm going to have you shoot this, bud,
Yep.
on setting 2,
Got
see
it.
what you think,
Yep.
and let them know.
Yeah. Let's find out. So we are on setting 2 with the can on. Let's see how she goes. Impulse, nice. Yeah, impulse is a lot nicer. I wonder how 3 would feel like, but it feels pretty good right now. Definitely want to play with it with the type of ammo you're shooting, guys. It shoots. It's a good rifle.
So on setting 2, how's the gas to your face?
I don't feel anything. I'm not inhaling anything. There was nothing coming back at me. I was even trying to breathe in on purpose when it was firing. I did not feel anything.
All right, let's throw it on 3 and see what you think.
So we adjusted to setting 3. We're going to try it now, see how the impulse is like, and see what the dot does on the return. I actually like 3 better. I'm getting a little gas inhalation. It's not aggressive, though. The gun significantly feels it's cycling a lot faster, which I like. I prefer. It's got a mil-spec kind of trigger in there right now. It's a little slow for my taste, but puts out pretty good. I would probably run this on 3 personally with a 55 grain right now.
Give him a mag dump, mark
Yeah,
up.
let's see. Yeah. Nice and smooth. There's no gas in my front end. It's probably just ejecting out there. The hand stop's optimized in that position right there. Not that hot yet. It's still very holdable. That's about 40 rounds for us. Those past 2 strings.
At your like 3 o'clock,
Yep.
I noticed the gas.
Okay.
At the front of the gun. But
Yep.
that's good. If I'm noticing it and you're not,
yeah,
that's what we want.
Like I just tried to do it again, but not really inhaling much. It's not as aggressive still. So that was pretty good. That's a good test for a really good cannon and gas system settings.
So guys, for this portion of the video, we're using our COD mount. It's a mount that we sell that allows you to put your phone behind an optic so you can get that first-person POV footage. It's how we get all of our different shots for you guys. One of the reasons we made this product, came out with it, was so that way you guys at home, if you're purchasing an optic, say you're interested in this EOTech Vudu 3-9, you can literally see what it's going to look like before you buy it. So right now, I'm at setting 10. That's where you can see the illumination. I'll come off target. You can see it moving across all these different targets. I have no problem picking up the illumination at the brightest setting since it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. It's really bright out here. But if I go down to like, here's 9, let me go down to 6. See at 6, I really don't see it anymore. I definitely don't see it at 2 or 1. But back at 10, I can pick it up no problem. So something to keep in mind. And now looking at the magnification, this is 3. So the target I'm looking at right now is an 8-inch wide TA target, 8-AP steel target. So it's only 8 inches wide. We're at 25 yards. Here's 5 magnification. Here's 7. And then here's 9. And let me focus up better for you. That way you can see it. I'll adjust the camera here. Get rid of some of that scope shadow. And so that's at setting 9. The dial's pretty easy to use. It's got a nice stiffness to it. It's not very difficult to overcome. And you can just boom, pop into 3 and then back out. Pop into 9 and then back out to 3. But very cool. I do like how clear it is, and a 3-9 being that compact is pretty awesome. One other cool thing here is that they put a white line so you know how to line up the efflux, you know, to the direct 90-degree up top. So very cool. I'd probably run it at a 45 just for quicker acquisition, but it's nice having that line so you can just line it up on the fly when you're mounting it. So something cool with this particular PWS setup, guys, full ambi gun. So I got empty mag, one in the chamber here. I'm gonna go to bolt open, boom, gun's open. I can hit the mag release here, access my spare magazine, insert it, and right here with my trigger finger, I can just push on the bolt release that's on the right-hand side and drop it down, no problems. Now here on the left-hand side, if I needed to release the magazine with my left hand, there's a mag release on the left-hand side that lets me do that. And then you have your standard. You actually have an oversized bolt release here, but pretty cool. I like when guns are full ambi, and not just ambi in the sense of dropping the bolt, but you can also push in here and lock it back. So if you're on gun having a clear malfunction, I can stay on these fire controls, lock the bolt back, clear all my malfunctions, and then drop it back down and come back on gun. So I am one who definitely appreciates full ambi setups, and I like seeing it in this long stroke piston setup. So guys, before we jump into our final thoughts on this setup, I'm going to kind of run down everything that we got going on and what you get. So the PWS MK114 Mod 2, that is the 14.5-inch upper. That's going to be a barrel, 223 wild. It's got a 1-8 twist. As you guys see, the accuracy, they give you a sub MOA guarantee, and yeah, lived up to it. That was probably one of the best groupings that I've gotten out of 14.5.
Yeah.
That was solid. I mean, I love when my flyer is still sub MOA. And we did that in 15-mile-an-hour wind. So that, guys, the zeroing process for these videos, because I like to get the guns dialed in. So that's one of the things that I put a lot of like work into. And when it's this easy, it makes for a much more enjoyable filming experience. These guys know.
It's freaking hot out here.
Yeah. So the lower receivers, everything's 7075 T6 aluminum, ambi controls like we said. It's got Radiant Raptor charging handle, Radiant selector. One of my gripes is going to be the mil-spec trigger it comes with. Talked to them about that. They said that because of their customer base wanting, some people want this trigger from Geisley, some people want this one from Hyperfire. So they figured, let's put a mil-spec one in there and then let the customer choose what they want to put in there. So if you get this, definitely, I'm probably going to drop in one of our 2-stage QVO triggers. They're 80 bucks. It's a great trigger. I'll put that in there, made by Schmid Tool and Design. So it does come with the SPA 5. The suppressor is Their new 3D printed titanium. It's got PVD coating on the outside. Like we showed you, the whole modular stuff is super cool with that. Works with any of the standard taper mount devices. So you can run your Q cherry bombs, your rear manufacturing stuff, or their FRC 3-port comp. But I really dig that it's modular because you can make that a little stubby can. Like for a 14.5, we could probably take out one of these fat stacks and just bring it down and make it about that length versus the length that it is now. Suppression was good. Built-in 3 settings for the adjustable gas. That's awesome. But the upper is going to run you 11 something. The lower 650 something. Altogether for the upper and lower receiver, you're looking at 1780-ish. So sub $2,000, sub $1,800 rifle. I think that's very reasonable, especially considering the accuracy we got. I do have more expensive guns that don't group as well as that.
Yeah, extremely fair. Like, the machine quality is good. A lot of companies work out of Boise because they have a great machinist pool for employees. So that's why you see a lot of great machine work out there. You can tell by the upper and the lower, it's all scalloped. It's got a melt treatment, nice and smooth. It's not sharp. They took the forward assist away. You don't need that. So cut the weight there. That's how they cut weight.
Yeah, cutting weight, I think altogether, upper and lower, you're looking at 6.7 pounds, guys. So sub 7-pound rifle. Obviously not with the suppressor and the optic.
Attention to detail is great. I mean, the rail system is seamless with the rail itself.
Oh, speaking of the rail, so
as you can see right here.
Yeah, they build in your holes, your mounting holes for your your Surefire, your Streamlights, whatever. We have the HRT tactical gear light that we had on here. We took it off to remove the hub mount, but the fact that it's slimline and it's built right in, so you can just screw your light mount right into the gun is pretty awesome.
Exactly.
As far as the optic guys, the EOTech Vudu 3-9 second focal plane, it measures 6.8 inches in overall length, which is stupid small. Super clear. I like it. I dig it. The optic, the 3-9 by itself is like $1,029, I think, and then with the ring and the eFlux red dot on top, it's $1,450 or $1,429, something like that. So pretty much $1,000 and $1,400 if you want the entire combo. It uses ACOG, mini ACOG footprint. I'd love to throw it in a carry handle, but I do think the eye relief would probably be an issue, but I still think it'd be cool. But yeah, it performed. I like this setup, man.
Yeah.
The results that we got at 100, being able just to lift your head to go up to transition to the red dot here. We put that out on Instagram, going back and forth with my iPhone from the top mount to the optic mount, and a lot of people really dig that. But I like it. Overall setup's pretty dang clean. Let me know what you guys think down below. The long stroke piston, I was talking to my buddy over there and just kind of breaking it down, like the benefits that you get from long stroke piston with shooting suppressed, with being able to adjust the gas on the fly for a more enjoyable recoil experience. I get it, it's 223, but if you can make it shoot flatter, why not? So I think we found that, was it setting 3 that you like the most?
3 for the suppressed,
yeah.
It cycles faster, it's proper, and you're not getting much gas, so there's no real issue there at all. So it's for the money. This is like a one and done kind of gun. You're getting a steal for that amount of money. Like, the accuracy's there, the build quality is absolutely there. I just changed the trigger. That's really it. That's on you. Choose whatever you want. Like, I would buy these all day long if I was like a first-time buyer. When we were zeroing the EOTech,
one cool thing that Marco and I saw with the turret, to lock the turret down, it's just a magnetic ring you pick up and you move 0 back to the line. So you dial this thing in 0 you want, and then you just pick up the ring, move it, and now your 0 is set, and you can adjust from there if you have to dial in or dial up or down. But that is pretty cool. I've never seen magnetic turret ring before. Have you?
No, I have not. That surprised me. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on?
So, but
that's a good idea.
A lot of people message me like, hey man, I run PWS. The stuff is awesome. It's one of my favorites, and I can see why. Like, very feature rich, like full ambi gun, fully adjustable gas system, designed, to shoot suppressed. I've actually designed to shoot not suppressed too, but being able to dial the gas setting. So
it works just fine.
Yeah, I think that you guys out there that are running these, I understand why you. Marco, you said you were running this before.
I had one years ago. Kind of regret selling it, shooting this one now, but it is what it is.
So I'm interested. What configuration do you guys run it in? I definitely want to check out. I'm like a 10.5, 11.5 guy. That's primarily like my operating space. What I really enjoy. So like shooting more of these longer range, mid to long range videos is like, it's going out of my comfort zone for me. So I'm enjoying it, but I do like the 10.5 stuff. So I'm curious to try their 11.5, 10.5 stuff, and I'm sure we'll get it on the channel. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this rifle being sub $1,800? Is it something you think you'll pick up? Are you already running PWS and you like it? Let us know down below. Big shout out to the PWS team. Appreciate you guys filming with us at SHOT Show. Appreciate you guys sending this out. John over at EOTech, man, I always appreciate you making time. John's one of the head guys over there, and he always makes time to film with us, and then he was able to get us this setup, which did beautifully for us. So, guys, you have any questions, leave them down below. Marco, appreciate you taking the time. Dude, SuperVel, 77 grain OTM. Awesome. Like, my flyer was still sub MOA. That's freaking outstanding. So, thank you for watching, guys. As always, we appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.